Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. I'm Martine. That's
I'm
Bailey.
Bailey. It's us.
We're here to read. Because yesterday I made was it a mistake of saying in front of Bailey that I had a goal to do at least 12 reading sprint live shows this year, and I am behind on that goal.
You went like, whoops, and I was like, we could do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Like,
she was like, schedule one for tomorrow. So here we are.
One, I'm rarely available these days, and I happen to be today, so I was like, we better just do it.
Make it happen. Hi, Ruby. I hope your parents don't come stir up trouble.
I think I stirred up trouble because as soon as I started talking to Martine backstage, my dad came out of his room.
Hi, Dad. Hello. What is everybody reading today? Bailey and I were just talking about that. I'm going to be working through The Great Night, which is a Midsummer Night's Dream retelling, except barely, in my opinion. Anyway, what about you?
I'm reading Malibu Rising. I just told Martine that, like, if I'm focused, potentially I could finish during this. Bookly says I have 2.5 hours left. So, like, if I beat that time,
then maybe.
Yeah.
Ruby is reading Madship.
Oof.
Which is why I'm not already done with this book.
Yeah, that's a project.
Also, what are we feeling for sprint times this morning?
I was going to ask you that before. Like, are you being diligent here? Are you being, like, do you want to randomize sprints? Do you want to, what's the vibe?
I don't know the vibe. Do you have a vibe this morning?
Nope. My vibe is I'm going to sit here and read my little book and drink this little coffee.
Okay. Maybe we'll start with a 20-minute sprint, and then we'll kind of see how long we chat after. And if we chat for too long, then we'll decide that we need to do longer than 20 minutes.
That's valid.
I'm reading a Dutch book translated from Danish. It doesn't have an English translation, so I won't be mean and let you try to pronounce the title. Thank you. Thank you.
Ah.
Hi, Harris.
Help. I think he meant hello.
Hello.
Harris, are you well?
No. Harris is not well. He did get some studying done last night, so.
If you were my pencil, where would you be?
In a pencil case?
Literally. I didn't think I put it away, but I did. Wow. Yeah, I'm excited. All is well. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Do we want to start reading at like 05?
Sure.
Since we'll have a timer, it doesn't really matter that we start on time, but I'm just like thinking ahead for myself.
Yeah, that causes me stress, but it's fine. And like if you do that in the future, it's fine.
Yeah. No,
I'm doing some mild squash that series planning. And
I'm going into that totally blind.
I'm just trying to figure out like I told you this already, but my like top priority books, how I could potentially fit them in. Well, I also pulled like just the ones I owned, and I have this, which isn't really a top priority, but I do own it and it's short. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably add this as like top priority also because it's a good option.
Baby lists 100 books is top priority.
Yeah, I'm trying to start some of the series that like have or like continue some of the series that have a lot of books. So like this has a lot of books, so I'd like to finally read the second book so I can keep going. And this I need to reread. So like this is my only first book that I pulled. There's that.
I've finished that whole series.
Proud of you. Because I also own Crescent City, which I would like to catch up on this series before I do that. So if I'm going to read my whole TBR, I need to like get going on these things.
Yeah, I hate to tell the entire book internet this, all 5 of them watching, but I wish I hadn't made myself continue with ACOTAR, but I did.
Are you going to read like, because more are going to come out?
I'm sorry, more are going to come out?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well,
I don't think
we'll
it's done.
see.
We can
It's
debate
time.
that later.
It's time to read, so let's avoid that for now, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep.
How did we do?
I read 24 pages.
Nice. I read 17. This book is real slow.
I was going to say, for me to outread you is a rare occurrence.
Good morning, Mary.
Book of the month, though, which I feel like they're always like big font.
Yeah. Hi, Courtney.
Hello.
Mary is reading Perfect Shot, which is a thriller with a female sniper as the main character.
That's what's up.
Fun. 15 pages of Madship. Nice.
I need to move and like cross my legs instead of sitting how I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I can stack of things higher.
I can confidently say that I don't know what's happening in this book.
How far are you in that?
I have this much left.
Oh, you're gonna finish.
Well, we'll see.
Well, back to the tasks at hand.
16 pages. Nice, nice. Courtney, what are you reading, if anything?
I feel like I'm getting into like, I know you've read this, but this whole thing is like leading up to a party, and now I'm finally in the party. I feel like the hours of the party are going quickly. I think I'm at like 11 p.m. right now. I'm sure that in some hour, stuff's gonna hit the fan. So
yeah,
I feel like I'm like inching towards like stuff happening.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in this book, I'm inching towards who knows what. Maybe nothing.
Well, what is the reason, if you can share why you are reading that?
Well, I picked it up for 2 trails, so I'm hoping to finish it. I will finish it today so that I can submit it and get the points.
Oh yeah, good call. Remind me to submit my books for 2 trails. I've forgotten. I think I've completely forgotten 2 months, which makes me feel really bad because generally I like at least read something that I could submit, and then I always forget because it's the 25th and not like the end of the month.
Yeah.
And I feel bad.
So I picked this one up for like oldest on TBR, which I don't have an actual record of which of my books I've owned the longest, but I know I've owned this one for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I have like my like since I've had Goodreads, like when I added stuff to Goodreads, but I do definitely own some things that I'm like, I know this has been here like before I started recording that. So like I feel like any of those are fair game to be like oldest. Like if I've had this since before I started recording, I've had it since like 2012.
Yeah. Ruby did all the prompts in group book for 2 trails for the first time ever.
Wow.
Nice. I, as long as I finished this book, did all the prompts for my team, but I did not read the group book.
I've never done the group book.
I have a few times, but I chose to do Robin Hood.
Unfortunately, I don't think that me and Julie have the same taste generally. I was gonna do the Winnie the Pooh one, and then like just didn't. So
yeah,
see, that would have been like the easiest.
I did that one. I did the Time Machine because it was like a 3-hour audiobook during Wonderathon.
I also think it's nice to not force myself to read stuff I don't actually want to.
Yeah.
Like it is simple to like throw on a short audiobook, but it's like it's not really something I want to read actually, you know.
Yeah. It turns out it wasn't something I wanted to read. I didn't enjoy it, but
you tried.
But I tried. How did we feel about the 20 minutes? Was that feeling too short, too long?
Good. My dad came and sat right next to me.
Is he still there?
No. He's gonna start making. We had a ham that I got from work like last Thanksgiving. Like they asked us if we want a ham or a turkey, and I had a ham, and so I told him before we came here that I wanted him to make it while we were here because we'll never make it. So it's our last weekend here, and he's going to make it today.
He's going to make the ham. Nice. I think Ruby approves of you not reading stuff you don't want to read.
Thank you.
But she does want to know what your dad's reading.
I don't know. He has like some sales book out that he's been It's existed here. I don't think he's touched it.
My dad has
It's
been
like military books or stuff like that.
Yeah, my dad has been working on this biography of Frederick Douglass since Christmas because I gifted it to him for Christmas. To be fair to him, it's 900 pages of biography. So he's chugging along, but I'm interested to see if he finishes it by Christmas, you know?
Yeah, I just realized that you can see this. So.
Yeah. Can't read it.
Because of the brave.
Oh.
And there's another one that says One Nation Under God. Am I passing the vibe check? Maybe not.
Okay, do we want to do another 20 minutes?
Sure. Yeah. I think I'm making good pace to potentially finish the book.
I'm doing fine.
I'm doing fine.
Okay, 20 minutes, let's go.
Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Beep.
How'd we do?
I read 24 again.
I read 15 this time.
Even better.
Ruby read 12 pages, and her parents have arrived to stir up trouble.
I saw that.
Thanks for being here while you could. Enjoy your trouble, Ruby.
Enjoy your trouble.
I usually don't sit still and read, so I'm getting sleepy.
Sleepy.
Especially because this book, like, I don't know how to describe it except that the writing feels like I'm having a dream in the way that it like doesn't make sense, and it's like blah, 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 blah,
Right,
blah.
like just that's probably not good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mary read 28 pages. Nice, nice. What is that? So now I have just a little over an hour left of this book, which is something.
I still think I'm making good time. Let's see what Bookie tells me.
Read 10 pages and made croutons. Yummy.
I have an hour and 41 minutes. So stuff's happening.
Stuff is happening. If you don't finish it on the stream, are you definitely going to finish it today?
Yeah. If we don't finish on stream, I'll probably be close enough to just sit and do it.
Yeah. One way or another, I'm going to finish this book today.
Yeah.
Has it been bothering you that I'm sitting here reading it with the dust jacket on?
No, I just don't know how you find that like comfortable. Like I would fidget with it so much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Teach their own, I guess.
It's still not comfortable holding a big book in the same way it's comfortable holding my Kindle.
Facts.
Fun fact, my sister believes that holding books the way that I do gave me tennis elbow.
Interesting, because I get like pain in my fingers that I sometimes think is from holding.
Yeah,
or
no,
like,
my
I used to get like from holding a pop gun, bartending, like trigger finger. And I almost think that that could also be like the same thing that's getting irritated by holding a book.
Yeah, my thing is just when I'm holding a book, like because of the way my elbows are bent and then like the pressure is on my elbows.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So it's been better since I got my Kindle, but
I don't have, do you have a case that like opens?
No, but I do have strapsicles.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say I don't have a pop socket or like anything to like hold with, so I think my Kindle's like pretty uncomfortable to hold.
That's fair.
Put something on it.
I mean, even when it's uncomfortable to hold that way, at least it's lighter than my book, you know?
Yeah.
So that's always nice. Especially when I'm pacing around my room.
Like a crazy lady.
Like a crazy lady. That's me. Yeah, every time I'll get tired of pacing around. Like I'll be sore, I won't want to pace. But if I try to sit down to read, unless it's in my bed right before going to sleep, I can't do it. So I'm cursed. I don't know. How are your Squash That series plans going?
Yeah, I'm scribbling ratings right now.
Nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope that the wheels are in my favor because there is some options that if I land on, it's like I have an option, so I'm going to have to do it, but it's not really like, does it make sense right now for me to read like something I don't own or like haven't touched in forever? Like some of the ones that are like, I maybe should DNF this series, but I'm not going to. Like that's what I'm going to end up having to read. Or like, I don't really want to start a series right now, but.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Squash That series is always a mix for me of like suddenly going back to random series.
I usually do feel like they're productive though, at least.
I agree. I can confidently say that there are a few series I've finished because of Squash That series that I wouldn't be finished with already if it weren't for that. My main example is, like, the Anne of Green Gables series because
Oh.
I I would always read those, especially because every time you did a challenge day, I knew the likelihood of the prompt coming up, like, "Read until you see a color" would come up, and
Mhm.
there's a color in every single sentence of those books.
Um, I don't think I'm gonna do a challenge day.
Well, yeah,
I'll
this is, like, a
probably,
short
in the
round.
spirit of it being spinner wheels, do spinner sprints,
Mhm.
but not I don't think I'm gonna do a
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't think
challenge
I
day
have
works
it
better
in me
when
to
it's
do a
the
challenge day.
longer ones.
Yeah. Right,
So,
like, this is such a long thing, but we're gonna really get together this day, so
right.
oh, well.
Okay, another 20 minutes?
If we have to. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. 20 not 29, 20 minutes. Go.
Go.
Beep beep.
Beep. Only 21 that time.
I got 20, so.
Wow.
Still don't know what's happening in my book, but that's okay.
There's a lot happening here. That section was big about Carrie Soto, which is like, I kind of consider this a series. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Like Carrie Soto is like the next book, right?
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
Again, I don't remember like anything from that book. For those of you who don't know, Bailey is reading Malibu Rising, which I read a couple of years ago, close to when it first came out, and I remember pretty much nothing from it.
If you have more, like what's Taylor up to? Jenkins. Because Carrie Soto's the last thing that came out, isn't it?
I feel like it's the last thing I heard about.
I'm clicking to see if there's like more coming. Because she's essentially going through the decades.
Yeah.
So this is the 80s. So Carrie Soto's supposed to be the 90s. Yeah, there's nothing since then, and that was 2022. And there's no like, expected publication, anything.
Maybe the 2000s are really uninspiring.
Yeah. I mean, that makes me feel good though that if I read this one and then Carrie Soto, then I'm like caught up. I have others of her like backlist stuff, but I've read quite a few of those also. Maybe in Another Life though. I only have Maybe in Another Life, and then I think this one called Evidence of the Affair is a novella. Maybe that's a full book.
Yeah, there's several that I haven't.
Evidence of the Affair is short. So I only have one, and I own it, Maybe in Another Life, because I've read Forever Interrupted, After I Do, One True Loves.
I haven't read those ones. So
I liked some of them. Like I've rated them all decent, 4-star. So I rated all of those 4 stars. Forever Interrupted, After I Do, One True Loves, all 4 stars. But like I think of them fondly.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I ever read Taylor Jenkins Reid though was because like there was so much hype around the books coming out, and so I was like, what's going on over here?
I mean, that's a valid reason. I did give Seven Husbands and Daisy Jones 5 stars. I don't know. I think this will probably get 4.
Yeah, I feel like
it was really slow in the beginning, but now I'm like really liking it. So it's like I don't know what to do with books like that, because I know when I finish it, I'll be like, ooh, but like the beginning was slow.
Yeah. Her books usually get 4 stars from me, but also are not necessarily memorable.
That's fair.
I know that Malibu Rising is particularly unmemorable for me because I read it on audiobook. So,
ooh, yeah, facts. I was gonna ask this before we went away last time. This is like technically book 2, but you know that there was like the book 0 and then book 1. So would you call this book 2 in terms of Squash That Series Spinning book 2, or would you call this book 3?
What's it marked on Goodreads as?
Book 2, because there's 0, 1, 2.
Then 2.
Okay.
In the same way that when you did Traffic Light, if it was a 0.5, you got 0.5 points.
Yeah. Okay. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's how it crumbles.
Okay, yeah. No comment.
I'm thinking right now, though, about like series, and I'm realizing that if I spun like the 3rd book, that's when I would run into trouble, because I feel like I'm either having just started a series or I'm well into it.
So when I went through my stuff yesterday, I struggled to find a quartet, so a book that has 4 books in it. I had to put a first book in the series for that, and a duology. But I ended up writing 4 duology Bookshops and Bone Dust.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise, that was the only one that like I've read one of them. Right. I mean, otherwise I would have had to start something.
Yeah, I think if I get duology, I'll just have to start a duology. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's only a 2-book thing.
yeah.
I feel
But
like people finish their duologies because it is like, well, there's only 2. So, like, if I
yeah,
do this, then I'm done. Was that my computer?
yes. The thing about duologies, though, is like I'm trying to think of a non-fantasy duology, and I can't.
Oh, have you read what's the first book called? To Bookshops and Bone Dust. What is that called? Travis Baldree. No thoughts. Head empty. Legends and Lattes.
Yes, I have read it, and I've read Bookshops and Bone Dust, and that's still a fantasy, so you're proving my point.
True. I have some romance ones though, because I have Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. There's a second one to that. There's also like just some of them that I just have to assume that it's over.
Mhm.
That I'm not sure that like that series necessarily is over.
Yeah.
But I think that counts. I think if there hasn't been an announcement of a next book, that's fair.
I feel like most series that I read have more than 3 books.
I have a lot of trilogies.
I don't.
Interesting.
Oh, I just thought of a duology one that I could read. Supernova is the second book in a duology.
Like
If I land on
historical
duology,
romance is just trilogies.
Interesting. Another thing I don't read much of.
Like a lot of romance series, I feel like, are 3 books.
And even like the problem is if I landed on trilogy, I could probably go back and find a book 1 that I'd already read, but I would still have to read 2 more. Because I feel like once I read the second book of a trilogy, like I move pretty quickly to finish the trilogy.
Yeah, I feel like once I get to only 1 book left in anything, it's like, let's just finish this.
I don't know. There are several series. Like I'm looking right now at a book 4 that I've been putting off because I didn't enjoy book 2 or 3.
Yeah. You can DNF.
No, because I own book 4.
No.
Okay, do you want to read again?
Sure.
Every time I say we're going to read again, it's clear you don't want to read again.
I'm just like doing multiple things because I want to keep reading because I want to finish that during this now that I'm like getting places.
Yeah.
But I'm also scribbling, so.
Yeah. Okay, well, no more scribbling. Time to read.
Okay, fine.
Beep, 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 beep.
29.
Nice. I was so distracted. I didn't know the timer was about to go off, so let me put it in bookly 18.
Good job.
Woohoo.
I have 50 minutes left.
Nice. I have 27 and 45 seconds.
Mine was like 50 minutes, 50 seconds.
Yeah. So hopefully in 2 more sprints, I'll finish this and be done with it.
Okay.
Lizzie's here.
Good morning.
Good morning. We said we were going to go until 12 EST, or approximately 12 EST. Is what we were
both approaching finishing our books, hopefully by that time.
Yeah.
We are going.
We're twins, 18 pages read. Mary read 11. We're all doing very well.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoying their book? I mean, I'm not, but is everybody else?
I am. Mine's like full-blown happening now. My dad is mowing. I'm so sorry.
I don't think I can hear it.
Okay, that's good.
Good for your dad.
Yeah.
Sunday chore day.
Yeah, literally.
For example, when I say I don't know what's going on in this book, one thing that happened while I was reading during this last sprint is that they were digging with spoons, and I could not tell you why, nor could I tell you why they stopped. I just know that it happened. I feel like I'm reading a page and I'm like, I've got this page, and then I go to the next page and I'm somewhere totally different. And I don't know.
To circle back to our debate about if this series is over, there's not another book announced, but I'm almost certain. I'm gonna Google A Court of Thorns and Roses, book 5.
Okay, I'm intrigued because Mary says she's distracted by homemade croutons. Your homemade croutons? Because somebody else made croutons? Like, why are there so many croutons?
What's happening? Sarah J. Maas has already confirmed that she's writing a 6th book in her Court of Thorns and Roses series. There's no word on a release date, but Maas's publication history suggests it could arrive in 2025 or 2026. So, to circle back to my question.
Okay,
are you going to read it?
When it comes out, I'll probably give it a few months, and then eventually I'll read it.
Yeah.
Even though I don't remember what happened or who anybody is. Like, when I read Court of Silver Flames, it had been
a long time.
Over a year, maybe 2 years since I had read the other ones, and I was like, what's happening?
Well, that's what now I'm like, maybe I should like disperse these. Like do publication order. Like Crescent City was the first one was published before Silver Flames, I think. So like maybe I should get to like the first ones that were about Farah and, you know, whatever one she's with. No spoilers. And then read like the Crescent City and then come back to this so that it's fresh in my mind when when that
to clarify, Mary's distracted by Marcella's croutons, not her own croutons.
Are they together?
No, I just think the idea of homemade croutons
like
is
now,
distracting
like,
Mary.
Too.
Yeah.
There's no way you can't hear that lawnmower.
Okay, now I can hear it, but like
he like keeps like approaching the house and then driving away from the house. So
yeah, when it's gone, I can't hear it, and when it's close, it's not for long, and it's fine. I promise. It's bothering you more than it's bothering us.
That's probably true. Okay, back to my...
Yeah, which wheel are you working on right now?
Well, so now I'm going through each book and like where it would fit for each wheel. So I need to write that this has over 2 million ratings, so that fits into over 500,000. So I'm working on ACOTAR as a possibility.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna write 500,000 plus and not
When you were making the wheels, I do recall that some of the only examples I could come up with were Sarah J. Maas books that had that many ratings.
Yeah. And here it is.
Is maddening to
like
me.
That has to be like one of the books with the highest ratings ever. Like it's almost to 3 million.
Yeah, that's insane. I think the world is unwell.
1, 2, 3. So it has a novella. So it has 4 books plus a novella. Would you consider that 5 plus?
Yes.
I'm listing it as 5 plus books. Okay, cool. So I'm done with that one. And now I have to scribble for this one.
We do have confirmation that the croutons are delicious.
Yeah. My dad does this thing where he buys lettuce every single week, saying he's going to have side salads, and he has never touched the lettuce.
What happens to the lettuce?
It gets thrown away.
Oh,
which is
sad.
Yeah. But then he like makes fun of me because I buy so much bread and we always eat it.
Yeah. You're like, my shopping list is only things we actually eat.
Worry about yourself. Right.
And your lettuce you don't touch. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Has he made anything good for dinner lately?
No, he was gone. He went to a NASCAR race last weekend. And so he's been gone. We've been eating a lot of corn on the cob. His buddy that he golfs with on Tuesdays, like plants sweet corn and sells it or whatever. So every Tuesday he comes home with a bag of sweet corn.
Oh my gosh, that sounds delicious.
It's been good. It's been
I think when you move into your new house, you are going to miss how you've been eating at your dad's.
No, I agree. It is really nice to have somebody else to help with meals because Chris does it, but he also complains about doing it.
Yeah.
Like he's also like, I cook every single meal. So like having somebody who even like makes something twice a week is honestly nice.
Yeah.
We're good leftover eaters though.
That's good.
Especially for the kids. So like really we only make supper like every other night because we'll do leftovers.
Yeah. I'm a mix on how I am with leftovers. It depends on what the leftover is.
Same for me, but the kids will eat anything.
Yeah.
So like even stuff that I'm like, I wouldn't want that leftover, they don't care. So then I can like snack.
Currently lucky. My mom never had such luck with me.
Fair. Mabel's not picky.
I was and still am one of the pickiest eaters.
I mean, she gets in a mood where sometimes like whatever you give her, she'll be like, ewy, but then she'll still eat it.
No, there are so many things that I just won't eat, largely for texture reasons.
Yeah.
But
like pasta gets so dry if you have it left over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But even just like in general, foods I won't eat ever for texture reasons.
Yeah.
So that's
this
great.
This has a lot more ratings than I would have thought.
How many?
436,000.
That one's popular.
That's almost to 500, which was like the top.
Yeah.
Of my scale.
You're only holding up popular books right now, so I don't know what you're expecting.
I mean, this one's not like that. I just feel like these don't get like that big of a readership. Right. But it's pretty popular like for a historical romance.
Well, how many ratings does it have?
67,500.
Yeah, so a steep drop from.
This is the next one.
How many does that have?
I bet that one's pretty high.
I would,
especially because it is on KU. Things we hide. Ooh, 398,000 almost.
Yep, there it is.
So that's a little lower too. These all have over a 4-star rating though.
Yeah,
That's my other fault is that as I go through these, like they all fall into the same. So there's like one spot I need to land on the wheel.
Right. Let me look up just for funsies how many ratings the book I'm reading right now has.
Or they're all like second books.
1,415.
Yeah.
That's it.
That makes sense. Because I've never heard of it. And it's bad, according to you.
Yeah. So, winning.
Okay, last one.
Okay, last one, and then we'll read again.
Yep. Thanks for bearing with me.
Yeah.
We haven't taken a long break, though, so.
No, we have not.
And all our friends woke up.
Yes.
Good morning to the friends.
For example, Lizzie, who has a long to-do list today.
Yeah. Chris said he might get off by noon.
Oh, nice.
And he's actually working closer to here, so he's only like actually 20 minutes from here.
That's good.
Rather than like the town we actually live in.
How many ratings does that one have?
Probably not a lot. Almost 6,000.
Okay.
Hardly any.
Tinier
But
one.
again, it's a book 2.
Yeah.
So they're like all book 2s except ACOTAR.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all either a third book in a series or like they're either in a trilogy or a series that has 5+ books.
Yeah.
Again, my like options. The most variant was in the number of ratings and pages. Because like this is 574 pages, but this is only 276 pages.
Yeah, which that is way too long for a romance book.
Yeah. I do think the first one did go faster than I thought it would, but still like
it did go fast, but it was still too long.
Yeah. Okay. Just
Ready?
don't mind me. I'm gonna throw these all on the floor. So that they're no longer on my lap. Okay.
All right, 20 minutes. Let's go.
Woo!
Beep, 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 beep. I finished my book.
Ooh. I'm hoping this will tell me that I have less than 20 minutes left. Nope, 26 pages, 25 minutes to go.
I am now submitting this for tutorials.
Yes, I need to do that immediately after this live show.
Chris.
I'll have to decide if any of my books worked, but
yeah,
I think I've read enough this month that something will work. What are you going to start next?
Well, as you probably know, I'm in the middle of several other things.
Yes.
So I'll be working on one of those several other things. I'll probably work on starting my 30 minutes of 12 TBRs reading for the day.
That's a good plan.
Yep.
I'd like to start the other book today. I don't like to finish something and not be reading anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be to my goal of reading 2 hours today by the time I finish this. But
is that currently the only book you're reading?
Yeah, I'm usually a one book girly. I try to be, but then I was reading this before I started Slewfoot, but then I had to read Slewfoot in 2 days. But I completely paused this to read that.
Actively reading, now that I finished this book, 5 books.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Woo. I mean, I am working on a jokes episode, so all of these are falling into place for that.
I am glad that I finished this book, though, because I wanted to finish it today and I had no motivation, but I was like, I have to show up and read anyway, so I might as well read this and get it over with.
Yeah, now you're done with it.
Now it's done. Now
hooray. That's kind of how I feel about doing the morning sprints too, though, is I'll be at my reading goal for the day.
Yeah.
Then I can just move on with my day, do something else. What am I at right now? 1 hour and 37 minutes for the day.
Nice. Danielle from Bookara is here. Hello. Lizzie has 3 minutes left.
Finishing things today.
Of something? I don't know. Yeah. I don't think she mentioned what she was reading.
I don't think so either.
Danielle read 13 pages in the Hawthorne Legacy, and Mary read 19 pages of her female sniper thriller. So some real progress being made over here. I feel like what we could do, and this would finish your book, is we could make our last sprint 30 minutes because of the awkward amount of time that we currently have right now before 12.
Okay.
It's chat for a few minutes, and then final sprint is 30 minutes long. Would that work?
Yeah.
And then if you really stayed on task, you would finish your book.
I mean, I'm willing to bet that it actually takes me less than the 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I've been pretty focused. Proud of me.
Yeah. I've been pretty good, I would say. I've read 95 pages, so I'm pleased with that.
Compare. I know I've read more than you because yours were going slow.
Yeah.
So if I've read 100 pages today, 124. Wow, look at her go.
Look what happens when you spend time reading.
Also, the Slewfoot, I know we compared because you always tell me how long books took you, and it didn't take me a full 7 hours. It took me exactly 6 hours. 6 hours and 3 seconds. Not 3 minutes. 6 hours, 0 minutes, and 3 seconds.
Oh, Lizzie is reading The Summer I Turned Pretty. That makes sense.
I don't think I'm going to get to those. I'm sorry.
I read the whole trilogy. They are so fast.
That's when Lizzie was like, "Oh, I didn't get to shelf this month." I'm like, "Girl, I know we can't get to everything."
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Well, sometimes you can.
Sometimes you can. Martine can.
17 pages read. Good job. Yeah, they're all under 300 pages, and they read so quickly.
I mean, obviously, I could have made a choice and probably easily done it, but I need to stay focused on my...
Yes. No, I agree.
Reading those, even one of them would take away from one more of my TBR books, so it's hard. Decisions.
Next month's shelf this is The Reunion
by Kayla Olson. It's a childhood friends to lovers. It's like a very pink cover.
Danielle's going to count the Hawthorne Legacy as book club book.
Sure.
Nice.
Close enough.
I don't think you were here, Danielle, when I said, but I was finishing The Great Night for oldest on
I don't
TV.
even
Or like
I don't
longest.
even know what the prompts were this month. So you're on my team, right? Are you Julie's
Pirates?
team? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Pirates. So it was a Kim recommends.
Oh, I probably didn't get that.
And I read the Mad Ship for that. It was oldest on TBR. I think it was.
Okay. I probably have something I can count for that.
And then it was a book club read. So you've got that.
I have book club for sure. I did lots of book clubs. I'm so excited that my the bookstore is doing The Stranger Beside Me.
Yeah.
But also, like, it's been a while since I read it, so I feel like I can participate in a discussion because I talk about it enough and I like know the case. And like I know how they format their questions. So at the bookstore's book clubs, the like whoever the employee is that is like hosting that specific one comes up with like 10 questions that they put in a little bag and they pass the bag around and you pull out a question that like you yourself are supposed to answer and then like we talk about it.
Okay.
And that seems really structured and organized. It doesn't actually like play out that way. Like it's more chatty than it sounds, but
okay.
I feel like any question I would pull, I can probably contribute to still, even though it's been a while.
I think so.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see what other people have to say.
With Danielle talking about how she's been slacking this month for the battle, I feel like I'm curious to see if they do another round after this one. Like once
Is somebody gonna be done?
No, but they decided that they're going to play to the end this month.
Regardless.
Right. And so I'm curious to see how that goes. I'm curious to see if they continue after. And like I am both losing steam on this round and would be up for starting another, if that makes sense. Like I would get my energy back if we were starting.
It would make sense to like take a break for a month. My question would be like, are we keeping same teams?
Right. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we'll get answers soon.
I'm sure we will. Fun. If anyone is here and doesn't know what we're talking about, it's a challenge on Kim from Expedition Through Pages YouTube channel.
Yeah, Tales from Two Trails, the battle. There are two teams. We get prompts from the game every month. We read, we earn points. We move along the board. This round is ending soon. I'm curious to see what happens. But we should get to our 30 minutes
because otherwise
we're done in time.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. And I'll tell you my reading because I love spoiling stuff.
Great. Okay, go. Beep, beep.
Beep.
How was the book?
Good. I gave it 4.5.
Nice.
Like the lowest categories I did on Compile were the plot and the logic. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's characters I really disliked, but like that was the point.
Yeah.
Like cannot stand Mick, but I think that was the point.
Well, we both finished our books.
Yeah, and I like that at the beginning you were like, "Oh, I'll for sure finish it." And I was like, "I don't think I can." And then we finish it like the same time.
Yep. Good stuff.
What of us?
Okay, well, thank you everybody for sprinting with us.
Yes.
And
Time to eat, time to move on with the day.
Yeah. And in 3 minutes, I have a video coming out. So if you're
Oh,
not
that's
next
what's
week,
up.
you can go and watch it.
Perfect.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye.